ओके, बैटरी तो है ना इसमें? हाँ, है। So today we are gonna be talking about the most controversial topic of the 21st century, that is AI in general. And today we are gonna be talking about OpenAI, which is nothing but the brainchild of Elon Musk and Sam Altman, which has created ChatGPT, which is widely used across each and every sector that we can fathom. And now the problem here is that there has been a rift between these two over certain things, and that is exactly what we are going to discuss in detail throughout the podcast. So, Manish, what do you think? Like about
Yeah.
ChatGPT and let's take one thing at a time. Like first, let's talk about ChatGPT and jobs, which is the hot topic across every nation, every place. Like that will take jobs and all that.
So first of all, Chat GPT. If we talk about Chat GPT, it's a initial phase of it. है ना? When we talk about any AI or Open AI or anything like that, this is at very initial phase. So we need to just see or look into the other perspectives as well, like how much time it will take to get matured at the level of where it can sack the jobs of employees because mm, at this period of time, I don't think so. There is any worry about this, and people are making just hype around everything because it will give kind of attention to them, or it will give kind of
Mhm.
kind of attention or like number of views they are getting because of it. That's why they are making lots and lots of things regarding AI, and AI will take your job and these all things. But what I believe, it will very far from in today's day and age, and humans as well are getting evolved on daily basis. We are not someone who can restricted to somewhere, and we can't grow ourselves. So humans as well try to I can say match up with the things and go ahead with AI
Right,
in longer picture. I can say that.
right. I think in one of the interviews, Ashneer Bower, like, fortunately or unfortunately said one thing, fortunately or unfortunately got one thing right, and that was that whenever there is a technological breakthrough, there are always more pros than cons, right? Like if you go back like 400 years ago, there weren't as many opportunities as there are today. So if we go by that, then obviously ChatGPT will create more jobs than it will take, right? So it is the same thing. Like people say that, oh, IT sector sacked so many employees and this that. They don't know that IT sector is also employing 10 times more than that, right? So it's like that. Like if you just take the tiny substrata of of anything which is negative and amplify it to an extent which becomes which is basically what media is doing all across the globe, then it will look like, oh shit, like the Terminator shit is gonna happen soon. But I think that is for Elon Musk to pull off because he recently said that Tesla was never about cars and he's building AI robots and whatnot, like Megatron and whatnot. So, yes, I think that ChatGPT will, like, we are already are cyborgs in one sense or the other, right? If we are stuck in a place, we use our cell phone and, just search that where we want to go and all that. So we are using technology to enhance our lives, right? So I think it would be something like that, right? And it's very difficult for like AI to, I would say, do certain things that require wisdom, to be precise. So I definitely think that all that hype around ChatGPT is nothing but a first. And let's pivot the topic from here to OpenAI, right? Which birthed uh, ChatGPT. Now, Sam Altman has had some altercation with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk has said that Bill Gates has invested somewhere around $10 billion in OpenAI, which is his own company, and he didn't knew about it, and he's trying to make ChatGPT woke. Now, this is something which is a hot topic not only in India but all across the globe. I would say this is something that has emerged from the West and kind of spread like a pandemic. Like you can take it both ways, in a good way or a bad way. If you're not a leftist, then you can think like that, and if you're a leftist, then maybe you will think that it's a good thing. So, what are your thoughts on that? Should Chat GPT be woke?
Okay, so first of all, when we talk about like as a human, we are the
Mm,
most, I can say, most important to take the society or beyond beyond ranges, and we are the only one who have the most survival tendency. We are the ones who know how to survive that what we are doing from ages. And what I believe the AI or any other species or anything lag is basically a intelligence, or I can say the brain of the human being or the emotions we have. So we have the survival tendency, and we can go beyond any limits when it comes to our survivals. So basically, we need to understand if lots of jobs are going here and there, and people are getting jobless. So we will come up with new things definitely because everyone needs money. Even if you are leftist, you need a money to survive on this planet. So if you need a money, you need to do something. You need to earn it,
yeah,
whatever ways you have. And the way must be legal, otherwise you need to go to jail, and you will get food definitely there as well. But it will be not go in your favor. So you will try to
yeah,
do something new. You will try to innovate things. You will
yeah,
try to get new kinds of structures, new kinds of jobs, new kinds of businesses, anything, whatever it is. So
mm,
basically, we all just need a common. We just need a perspectives where we reach where people are getting jobless, and we need to figure out new things there from there as well. Uh, right now, what I feel, Chat GPT is helping somewhere people in different ways. When we talk about content writing, which is a highly competitive market, where people are believing that the jobs in because of this Chat GPT is going chat gpt is going people are not getting as much jobs there as they are getting earlier, or some people are also coming up with that we are sacked as a content writer or something like that. But I believe chat gpt is somewhere helping good content writers in a way that they can improve their content. They can make their content more relatable, more enhanced, more valuable for the audiences, and also decrease the time of it also decrease the time which required to write such kind of content, because your research portion is run by chat gpt. Your writing portion, your errors were taken care by gpt, chat gpt. So it is also helping individuals to go beyond their previous I can say previous limits. But also, yeah, this is the fact that some people are losing jobs because of this. But that's true, because the people are not now hiring interns in place of they are having only one member in content team. So whatever needed to be done is done by that person only. But somewhere we need to understand that if you have a capability, you know how to use technology, you know how to put things in your favor, then
mm.
then I feel there are no such thing going to happen, like lack of really lack of jobs or recession like something. This is not going to happen, but I believe this is my perspective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even I agree with that because I think that, like, I think people believe that, that growth is always static, but it's not, right? It's like this, right? So, yeah, obviously, like when something new will emerge, it will have a downside to it, but that doesn't mean that there won't be any upside to it, right? Because the ones who are creating that are doing it for the greater good of humanity, right? And I've noticed this one thing that, usually a lot of people say that, do you do this thing for, humanitarian purposes or that? You don't. Then why would they? And that is the problem. I think people who are operating at, at that scale, I think their motivation is far greater than money, right? And Sam Altman in a meeting with, I think, Congress, said that he has like 0% equity in chat GPT in OpenAI, I think. So like, can you imagine like someone is working that hard towards something? So it is almost unreal for someone to say that. And he even said that he's very vocal about what he feels. He said that he doesn't know how he's going to monetize it and all that. He just wants to create a product that is so good that it revolutionizes basically everything, like Steve Jobs did, right? He wants to do something like that for this century. So I think when someone is thinking that far ahead, I think these all things are very trivial. That like this will happen, that will happen, right? Because if you look at large, it is doing again more good than it is doing bad. So that's why I think OpenAI is something. It is like, if you have to compare it to, how should I say this? Let's give an example of Harry Potter, right? There was, I don't know in which movie, Harry Potter went to Dumbledore and he was just, pulling out his memories and putting it in a drum or something like that, magical drum or something. So I think we always have made notes, right? We have tried to multitask in a more effective and efficient way, right? So for that, we have always tried to, how should I say this? Structuralize things, right? And computer has helped us to do that even more smoothly, right? Even more efficiently, if I may call it that. I would say that ChatGPT is gonna do exactly that, right? It might not give you the solution, but it might give you the proper insight and maybe even the right direction to propel what you do in a supersonic speed, be it a content writer, a coder, or anything else, right? So yeah, I think it's all just a fuzz, and it will die out. But again, pivoting back to woke AI, like Elon Musk says that, that like AI is gonna, like ChatGPT is gonna be run by Democrats, since Bill Gates has invested in that and all that, and it will, like, how should I say this? Like, how can I say this without being uh, politically correct? Like I don't know how to be politically correct in this too, and how not to be. Like it's like a like a lose-lose situation, right? So how will you create something that that will have definitions that certain people might or might not agree with? Do you think that Chat GPT or the creators of Chat GPT have any social responsibility towards making it more woke or not? Or should they like leave that area altogether and leave that for the people to decide what they want to think about that, right? Because if something is being created, like something is being created at such a scale, and it has a certain slant towards left or right, then it will obviously, it can have repercussions, like wild repercussions. So, what are your thoughts on that?
So this is my favorite thing, which in whole topic, because that what represents like what, however, and how much the machine is capable of, or how like AI or something like that, or whatever it is, it all a machine. So how much capable of machine is, that really doesn't matter when it comes. So when you go to society or a social topic or a social anywhere in a social traitor, because the reason behind this, the AI can't work with their brains. They can't have emotions, and even if you try to put some emotions in it, it will be dangerous for the humanity. It will be dangerous for the society in any ways, because it only represents or shows a single side and not the other. Because you can AI can't be so intelligent in near future or in future far away from now. AI can't be a somewhere specialized into it, because the reason behind is, even if you put some emotions in it and give you and AI falls in some situation, you have to pick, you have to choose a decision based on the society, or based on the justice, or based on the condition, or the situation which demands human intelligence, which demands emotions. so they can't basically make a decisions at that period of time as well.
Right.
So I feel it will be really difficult for AI to replace humans in any perspective, because humans are way ahead, and humans created it. Humans are more trustworthy, humans are more reliable, humans are more efficient, humans are more effective in a way, in every way, compared to AI. And what I believe, if you can't trust someone or something, you can't go fully with that. So, what I believe, AI can't be trusted, AI can't be reliable, AI can't be more efficient than the human beings. And whatever it shows, whatever it represents, it's also a mindset or a perspective of a single human being or multiple human beings. This is just that, and not
Mm.
a single, not a thing which is basically
That's
represented
what's
by.
the problem. Like if a selected few, be it the investors of OpenAI or be it the creators of OpenAI, do they does like 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 something that is so widely debated across the planet, and we have like equal amount of hate and love from both the sides. Then do you think that something that is so tricky, something that is so sensitive, do you think that the opinion of 4 and 5 people could be reflected at large, right? Could be amplified through this application? Isn't that manipulation, right? To a certain extent, right? Shouldn't they be? I think when it comes to emotional intelligence, it is something that shouldn't be inculcated in AI, because it is something that even humans have a difficulty developing, right? So it is something like throughout the generations. So if you you try as much hard as possible, but it is very difficult for an AI to debate over philosophical topics or develop moralistic stances which might or might not be wrong, right? So I think that its creators must try to make it as apolitical and as neutral in a lot of things as it can be. Otherwise, it can create some pretty ugly havoc, and that shouldn't happen. But that's what it is. What can we do?
Yeah, AI can debate on philosophical topics, but it debates on the perspective of some human being or multiple human beings, which are
Right.
given the input is given to them, and they are just providing you outputs. So you
Mm.
need to understand that AI is limited, uh, and it can be limited for forever, because AI can't be someone who can generate multiple AIs with the human intelligence and everything which is required for a human to survive. And AI cannot survive even without human beings. So we need to understand that as a human, we have unlimited capabilities which no one have. So we need to understand that, and need to work on new skills, work on whatever we like, whatever we want to do, and whatever we will, and try to reach wherever we want to reach. So that's what we need to do. And keeping these things aside, because these are not controllables, you can't control these things. Whatever AI is doing, whatever the people who are creating AI is doing, it's not even not in anyone's hands. So we need just to try what we can control, what we can do. We need
Right.
to focus more on that. That would be a
Ultimately, it's the responsibility of the audience or the consumer to be fully aware that, even something as phenomenal as ChatGPT can have its follies or flaws, if I may call it that, and they need to be well aware of separating the wheat from the chaff, right? Like if you watch, nowadays, if you watch a media channel, you can tell, oh, right wing, and you watch a media channel, you can say, oh, liberals, no, 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 left wing. So you can tell, right? Independent media house, definitely left wing. So you can you can identify these things, right? So you need to know that these all things are not just happening inside India, but outside of it. But having said that, I'm not saying that India Like there aren't many good things that have happened in India and all that, because as of now, I think India's purchasing power parity is number three, and it is uh, like it has outgrown into uh, a pretty like I would say that its geopolitical position is very good at this point, but that's a different topic for a different podcast. Uh, that's the
Yeah, if
problem
we
when
go there, people will say right wingers are doing podcasts and trying to be neutral.
ah
So
right right
let's
right
keep it aside. That would
right
be
right
better.
right right obviously. So that was our podcast on OpenAI and this woke AI controversy that was going all around. And if you like this podcast, then you know what to do. And we'll try to roll out a podcast like this, like once a month or maybe twice. So on that note, we are Flame of Thoughts signing off.
And also, if you AI is so strong, please make our video viral
Yeah,
and make us viral on anyhow. How can you
I
do that?
I
Make
don't know
it
if
so
Chat GPT can watch YouTube videos, but if it can and it is doing so, then try to make our video as viral as possible. And
tag Elon Musk on our
yeah,
comment section.
yeah, uh, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And
Thank
if
you.
you are getting too much funding from Bill Gates, you can invest some of it in Flame of Thoughts as well, right? Since you people are not fond of equity, that will be even better for us. So on that note, take care.
Thank you.